All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize for the delay. Had a brief, long hearing, but we are ready to proceed. This is the first appearance misdemeanor calendar with the State Court of Fulton County for today, August 15th, 2025. My name is Judge Lal, and I'll be addressing each of these cases on a one-on-one basis. If you're a defendant who has been recently arrested and booked at the Fulton County Jail, please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Okay, courtroom 2, who do we have?
Position 19, Mr. Wright.
Lewis Wright is accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence from June 21st, 2025, case number 25 CR 4764E. Mr. Wright, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. McLeod. Any priors, please? Ms. Gordon, good morning, or good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to see you, Judge. The defendant has one arrest cycle, which is the last arrest of November 30th of 2015 by the Georgia Tech Police Department for simple battery, cruelty in the third degree, and criminal trespass. All the charges were null prost April 21st of 2017. Nothing further to add.
All right, Ms. Harrison, good afternoon. What's the recommendation for Mr. Lewis?
Good afternoon.
Excuse me.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. The state's recommendation here is a $3,000 surety bond. We're asking for no contact with the victim, Ms. Desiree Key, a stay away from the incident location, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons. This incident occurred on June 21st when officers responded to a call at 1195 Milton Terrace due to a domestic dispute. They met with the victim, Ms. Key. At the time officers arrived on the scene, Ms. Key informed officers that she and the defendant became involved in a physical altercation where he forced her down and pinned her down and struck her in the face repeatedly with closed fists. She was able to call 911, and she informed officers that he was also threatening to kick her out of the home with their child if she reported the incident to the police. And she informed officers at the time that that was a repeat incident where she had been threatened to be removed from the home if she told the police anything about any of their physical or verbal altercations, because they have a quite tumultuous relationship. Ms. Key did seek medical attention for this incident. She was able to provide officers with documentation for a ruptured eardrum that stemmed from the attack that the defendant lodged on her on this day. We did speak to Ms. Key, and she stated that her and the defendant are no longer in a relationship. They were living together at the incident location. They share one child. She confirmed the events in the warrant and stated that on actually yesterday, the 13th, 2 days ago on the 13th, the defendant actually pulled a gun out on her, and she called the police, and that's how he was arrested on this warrant. She stated that he has been violent in the past, but she hasn't called the police due to the threats of being kicked out. So she would like for him to stay away from the residence. She does not have a key at the time, but she plans to maintain residency there until she's able to find somewhere else to go, and she would like no further contact at this time. The state will sound for Ms. Key at this time, Your Honor, but we do have very, very severe concerns of the defendant's safety in light of this prior incident that occurred on the 13th, and that'll be all for the state.
Is there any other open cases regarding this alleged firearm?
No, Your Honor, and it was not in any of the documents submitted for this warrant, so we didn't have any knowledge of it until we spoke to the victim, but we do plan to follow up and see if there's a warrant to be taken out there.
Desiree Key, if you're on this Zoom, please unmute and start your video. All right, Ms. McLeod, what's your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, my recommendation is a signature bond for my client. He has no criminal history at all. He is in his late 30s. He's been living in Atlanta. He is gainfully employed, Your Honor. And he tells me that he was definitely not the primary aggressor here. All of these are allegations. When the police did not interview my client to hear his side of what took place, apparently the alleged victim is someone with a significant criminal history, who knows what to tell the police so that it sounds good. And that's how she obtained this warrant for my client's arrest. But he has no history to speak of, Your Honor, certainly nothing with her. And this is his home, Your Honor. I'd like to point out this incident apparently happened in June. This is his home. His name is the only one on the lease. And
Do they still occupy it? I thought they were separated.
no, Your Honor, they do not. So I thought I heard the state say something about she doesn't have a key, but some things I wasn't quite sure what was said. But I just wanted it on the record that this is my client's home, that he maintains. He's the only person whose name is on the lease. And my understanding was that she no longer lives there.
Your Honor, our victim advocate made contact with the victim and that she does reside at the residence and she would like to maintain residency there as she has to have time to make reservations and securities elsewhere. So, in accordance with Marx's law, we do not throw the victim out. We would like to at least allow a sufficient cooling period for her to be able to gain residency elsewhere.
All right, thank you.
ASG Brooks, did you not say she doesn't even have a key? Did I not hear you say that?
Well, Ms. McLeod, it could be a number of things. The defendant could have taken the keys. At this point, by our account knowledge, she resides there. So again, we would not
Well,
like to throw a victim.
Let's take it from this point then. For the battery family violence, it's going to be a $1,500 surety bond. On the simple battery family violence, it's going to be a $2,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. No further contact with Desiree Key, no further contact with the child that he shares with Miss Key. If he wishes to have contact with the child, he'll need to file a legitimation action and obtain a court order to establish joint visitation and a parenting plan. He is to stay away from the incident location. He may return to the location one time only with a police officer. If the police officer verifies that Desiree Key and the child have vacated the premises, he may return to the location. Otherwise, he's to update the court with his new address within 30 days of being released. He can file a dispossessory action to have Miss Key and any other occupant evicted from the property so that he can regain possession of it. But in the meantime, if she's still occupying it, he would need to stay away until she vacates the property or he gets a dispossessory writ of possession executed by the marshal, whichever comes earlier. No firearms. He's not allowed to own any guns. If he owns or possesses any firearms, they must be surrendered to the authorities for destruction. No illegal drugs and no alcoholic beverages. Is the new court date still the 26th?
It's the 28th, Judge.
28th. Okay, so his next court date is a $4,000 split bond, and his next court date is going to be August 28th. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case, please.
Next, Judge, I have position number 10, Ms. Larry.
Monique
Good afternoon,
Larry.
Judge.
Good afternoon, Francois. This is Monique Larry, accused of simple battery and battery from July 3rd of 2025, case 25 CR 4777Y. Ms. Larry, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors?
The defendant has 13 arrest cycles beginning in 2013. Last arrest, July 9th of this year from Clayton County on a probation violation. There appears to be an open case, Your Honor, out of Cobb County with an arrest date of April 14th of 2023, aggravated assault and battery. Defendant is on first offender probation out of Clayton County for 2 counts of aggravated assault, 10 years probation, with the disposition date of November 8th of 2018. Record indicates misdemeanor convictions for theft by shoplifting August of this year, Fulton County, also simple battery. 2017, Clayton County, driving without a valid license. 2018, battery and terroristic threats, that's from Clayton County. A second 2018 misdemeanor conviction, Clayton County. fleeing and attempting to elude
Oh,
possession.
that's good. Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Appreciate it. Ms. Harrison, what's the recommendation?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is in line with the preset surety bond, which is a $1,500 surety bond. And we just very briefly want to state that this incident occurred on July 16th at a LA Fitness where the defendant attacked in the parking lot Miss Sarah Lloyd, and she punched her several times in the back of her head. Miss Lloyd turned around and was subsequently punched in her face and sustained bruising and injury to her nose. We did speak to Miss Lloyd. She stated that she does not know the defendant. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She did sustain bruises on her nose and had a headache. She frequents this location often, and she wants no contact with the defendant, would like the defendant to stay away from the location. We also agree with the stay away, as the defendant has a history of encounters at that location that were cited in the police report. So we're asking for a $1,500 surety bond, no contact with Miss Sarah Lloyd, stay away from LA Fitness, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. We would sound for Miss Lloyd, Your Honor. We're also requesting a social worker visit if it's necessary for BHET or residential challenges, and that'll be
And
up to the state.
what's the location of this particular gymnasium or exercise gym?
It is 3535 Peachtree Road.
Okay. Sarah Lloyd, if you want to add anything else that the prosecutor has provided, please unmute and start your video. All right, Mr. McLean?
This was from July, as I understand it. My client is 31. They don't know each other. It's her address is in Jonesboro, Georgia. So she's a homemaker. She has teenagers at home that she's a homemaker with, homemaker for. We would ask the court to consider a signature bond, and if not that, run the 1,000 surety.
Bond is as requested by the state, $500 on simple battery, $1,000 on battery. No contact with Sarah Lloyd, to stay 200 yards away from Miss Lloyd and not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. To stay away from the LA Fitness Gym at 3535 Peachtree Road, and that's 200 yards away. So she has to stay away from the entire strip mall. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and the next court date is going to be August 28th. Thank you.
Judge, that was a 1,500 surety.
Correct. 500 on count one, 1,000 on count two.
Thank you.
Next is position 6, Ms. Graham.
And Miss Graham is in courtroom 2. Okay. Angie Graham is accused of simple battery and battery from August 11th of this year. Accusation 25 CR 4780D. Ms. Graham, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Any priors?
The defendant has 5 arrest cycles beginning in 2016. Last arrest, November 13th of 2024 from Atlanta. Criminal damage to property in the 2nd degree. That case is open under 24 PI 008343. There's a second open case as well for missing driving license plate. A misdemeanor conviction in 2016 out of Marietta, possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Nothing further.
And Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $1,500 surety bond, $1,000 for battery, and $500 for simple battery. We're asking the defendant stay away from Strikeout Wings located at 20 Auburn Avenue. No contact at all with Ms. Angel Webb, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. This incident occurred from an August 11th incident where Ms. Webb was at Strikeout Wings and she actually suffered a seizure. During her seizure, the defendant stole her phone. So when Ms. Webb came back, she actually approached the defendant for her phone and was punched in the face when the defendant told her no in response to returning her phone. Officers did observe visible bruising on her forehead, and when officers did make contact with the defendant, She advised him that the phone was given to her as a gift. So we spoke to Ms. Webb. She said she doesn't really know the defendant. She knows of her. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She has a bruise on her eye. She stated that she is afraid of the defendant because she frequents this area a lot, and she wishes to not have contact with the defendant. And we'll sound for Ms. Webb at this time. That'll be all for the state.
And what's the location, Miss Harrison? Strikeout Wings?
At 20 Auburn Avenue.
Thank you. Angel Webb, you are on the Zoom. If you'd like to contribute further, please unmute and start your video. All right, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, do you have anything else to add that Ms. Harrison did not provide?
No.
Okay, please mute your screen. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. We're requesting a signature bond on behalf of Ms. Graham. She is in that she's not an Atlanta native, but she's lived here over 9 years now. She has completed up to a 10th grade education, and she's not currently employed. We're requesting a signature bond due to her limited criminal history. She doesn't have any failure to appears, so she will appear for court. And she does have some upcoming court dates. That's imperative that she appear for those as well. So we are requesting a signature bond for her.
All right. On each count is going to be 500. This is a $1,000 surety bond. No further contact with Angel Webb, and to stay away from the Strikeout Wings restaurant at 20 Auburn Avenue. She's to stay 200 yards away from Miss Webb and the restaurant, and make sure that she doesn't consume any illegal drugs, alcohol, and have no firearms. The next court date is August 28th. Please make a note of where she needs to be so we can contact that court and let them know that she's currently here unless she bonds out. Thank you.
Judge, that's not the address. Can we confirm? The warrant says 1000 Peachtree and the address for strikeout is 60. So it's not on Auburn Avenue. I just want to make sure that we put the right, correct address on the.
All right.
Oh,
Ms.
I'm
Harrison?
sorry, give me 1 second. So you said it's the warrant says 1000
The
Peachtree?
warrant says 1000 Peachtree Street, and when you look up Strikeout Wings, it says 60 Peachtree Street.
Okay.
Well, let's just make it 60 Peachtree Street then.
Yeah, that was going to be my suggestion. Thanks, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms.
Next case.
Next, Judge, I have position number 15, Ms. Stewart.
Pamela Yvette Stewart is accused of criminal trespass, August 13, 2025, incident date, accusation 25 CR 4765Y. Ms. Stewart, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. McLean. Ms. Gordon, any priors and any trespass issues?
Yes, Your Honor, there are 2 misdemeanor convictions for criminal trespass, both from Fulton County, 2004 and 2005, 15 cycles beginning in 1997. Last arrest, February of 2017 from Atlanta, possession and use of drug-related objects. That was a bind over. Nothing further to add.
Ms. Harrison?
The state's recommendation, Your Honor, is a $1,000 surety, a stay away from the Texaco. And that address I have is 3749 Campbellton Road. No contact with staff there, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. And we just want to note that the defendant was trespassed and given a warning on June 14th at this location to not return. And that'll be all for the state.
All right. Given a criminal history, the bond is going to be set at $2,000. It's going to be a signature bond through the jail. Ms. Stewart, I'm going to grant you a signature bond, but if you return to the Texaco gas station at 3749 Campbellton Road, Atlanta, Georgia, you will be arrested again. And please bring $2,000 with you if you come back to jail. Your next court date will be sent to your current address, or you will need to contact the public defender's office to keep up with your court dates. Thank you.
Next is position 8, Mr. Gray.
Marquis Arsenio Gray is accused of contributing to the delinquency of a minor and permitting an unlicensed person to drive on August 13th, 2025. Accusation 25 CR 4775J. Mr. Gray, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. McLean? Ms. Tucker? All
Yes,
right.
Your Honor.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. And Mr. Scirocco, I'm sorry, Ms. Gordon, any priors?
Two arrest cycles beginning in 2010. Last arrest March 13th of this year out of Fulton County, battery family violence. Your Honor, that is a dormant case, with Judge Besson. A bench warrant has been issued for simple battery family violence, 25 CR 001446J. Nothing further.
Mr. Scirocco?
Thank you, Your Honor. And given the nature of the entire incident here, but I should note as well, I did see a NOLO to marijuana possession less than an ounce from 2010, where furnishing to possession
Oh,
of
that's
possession
too
by
long
minors.
ago. That's too long
Yeah.
ago. Let's just stay with the current events. What's your
All
bond
right.
recommendation?
So the state's recommendation here is going to be a $1,000 total surety. That open simple battery family violence that is dormant. He FTA'd for plea and arraignment before Judge Besson on July 29th of this year, and he was actually ordered originally by Your Honor to stay compliant with prescribed meds and treatment, social worker visit, DDIP, MHET, MHET or BHET. We would ask for the same here if that is part of the problem. It may well be. We would say continue with mental health treatment, no further contact with the juvenile in this case, DB, as they are neighbors. No contact with DB, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And that is going to be all for the state.
And Ms. Tucker? Please unmute.
We're requesting a signature bond on behalf of Mr. Gray. He's 35 years of age. He's been an Atlanta resident for over 20 years now. I'm sorry, he's an Atlanta native. He provided me with a residential address that has been in his family for over 20 years now. However, he's not currently employed. So we're requesting a signature bond for him. We have no objections to no further contact with the minor. He's only had 2 prior arrest cycles according to pretrial. So due to his limited criminal history, we're requesting a signature bond on these
And I
charges.
will add that FTA is open.
I
He's
understand.
picking up on
Thank
that.
you.
All right.
On contributing to the delinquency of a minor is 750. Permitting an unlicensed person to drive is 500. The total bond is 1,250. No contact with the juvenile DB. And both cases are going to be reset to August 28th SAP calendar, and that will include the current case as well as 25 CR 001446J. Thank you.
Next, Judge, I have position number 18, Ms. Willis.
Erica Willis is accused of battery family violence and simple battery family violence. Her case number is 25 CR 4772B. Incident date is August 13th, 2025. Ms. Willis, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Ms. Gordon?
8 arrest cycles beginning in 1999. Last arrest September of 2014 by the Georgia GBI for theft of government funds that resulted in U.S. probation. 2016 theft of government funds with 36 months probation. Nothing further to add, Your Honor.
And Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a signature bond. This incident occurred on 8/13. It's a mother-daughter dispute in the home. Apparently, they're arguing over Miss Miracle Willis, who's the victims here, coming and going in the home. She informed officers on this particular day that the argument escalated. her mother spit on her and subsequently struck her. So in light of that, we're asking for a signature, I'm sorry, not a signature, yeah, a signature bond, I'm sorry. And no further violent contact with Ms. Williams. We are asking for a stay away only for a cool off period of the home, as we do believe it is the defendant's home. And again, like I stated, this is an incident between a mother and daughter. And we're asking for no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while on bond. And we'll sound for Ms. Williams at this time, and that'll be all for the state.
And how old is the daughter? I'm sorry.
Give me just 1 second. I actually don't have it here, but
Is she a minor or or 18 and over?
give me just 1 second, Your Honor, and I'll confirm it.
Okay. While you're looking at that, I have someone who's got a hand raised. If you could please unmute and start your video, this iPhone.
Yes, I am late.
You need your video on. You'll need your video on.
Okay, one moment.
All right, and go put on a jacket.
A jacket?
Yes, you are.
Okay, one moment. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. All right, and the host would please mute her panel. Thank
Your
you.
Honor, I did answer her question in the chat. She was here for Lewis White. So if she reads her chat.
Okay. All right. Yes, Ms. Harrison, did you verify the age of DB?
Still looking, I thought it was in the warrant, but it wasn't in here. Give me just 1 second.
Judge, she stated that she's 17.
I thought it was
17
17, but I didn't want to.
All right. But you want a stay away from the home?
Well, Your Honor, it was just for a sufficient cooling off period. The date of this incident is 8/13, but I mean, if Miss Miracle Williams is a minor, as she is here, I don't think that would be wise to advise her to ask for a stay away, especially in light of what they were arguing over. And there was conflicting stories at the scene.
All right. Miracle Williams, if you are on Zoom, you can unmute and start your video. All right, she's not present. Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, no objection to the signature bond. The court will, in its wisdom, figure out this housing situation, I'm sure. She's a high school graduate. Cosmetology is her profession. At home, she also has an 11-year-old and a 15-year-old that the defendant is the mother of. So she's got the 17-year-old daughter and grandchildren, and they need to get along. Thank you.
All right. Ms. Willis, I'm going to grant you a signature bond, and I'm going to allow you to have no violent contact with Miracle Williams.
Yes, ma'am.
If there is any future altercations, the only person coming back to jail will be you. And your bond at the present time is going to be $5,000, is going to be $2,500 on each count. This is going to be a signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. You report to pretrial once a month. You are to have no violent contact with Miracle Williams, and you can return to your home to look after your children.
Thank y'all for y'all blessing everyone.
No, I'm not done. You have a seat. You're not done, sweetie.
Yes, ma'am.
Within 30 days of being released, you will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program,
Yes, ma'am.
and you will attend and complete all 24 classes at your expense.
Okay.
You're not allowed to consume any illegal drugs, no alcohol, and you're not allowed to own or possess any firearms.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I've already asked for Miracle Williams to come on Zoom, and I'm only getting these chat messages. I have no idea who they're from.
Your Honor, they're from the victim in Mr. Wright's case. We've already set his bond.
All right, okay.
I think she wants to be heard.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Willis, remember, you report to pretrial once a month. You take your classes, no violent altercations. There cannot even be any verbal arguments. If you're going to lose your temper, go take a long walk.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your blessing, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, the person who was on iPhone, you need to unmute and start your video.
And her name is Deshare Key, Your Honor.
All right. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes,
All right, what are these chat messages for?
because I think that a $4,000 bond is unreasonable.
And who do you think I was talking about?
I'm sorry?
Who was I talking about?
She wrote me and said that he has a $4,000 bond or a release date
I
of
object to
18.
what
How
Ms.
did
Key
he
is
write
doing
you?
right now.
No, I said that she wrote me.
Who wrote you?
The lady on the chat.
Ms.
I'm
Young
not
was
sure what her name is.
I, Your
Your
Honor,
Honor, I believe he's an alleged victim in my client's case, in Mr. Lewis's case.
Your Honor, I sent her the chat of the bond. She said she came in late. She said, have Lewis White already came up. I am late. So I told her you granted him a bond. It was a $4,000 split bond.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Let me hear from Miss, I'm sorry, what's the name again?
Desiree.
Desiree Key?
Yes.
And what's your issue?
My issue is that he tried to actually kill me in front of our son.
Jackie,
Understood. Thank
no,
you.
this is
Miss McLeod, I've got this. Thank you. Miss Key, I recommend that you either go to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, Victim Advocate's Office, and file a claim against Mr. Wright, or you can apply for a warrant application in the magistrate court. In either event, if they accept your sworn testimony, then a warrant will be issued for the appropriate charge. Right now, if you're claiming that there was an allegation of a weapon being used to kill you, there is no outstanding felony charges against him. So
That's because he already had.
need to take these steps, this is what you need to do today. Question number 2, are you still occupying the home in question?
No, I would rather not because, like I said, he just tried to kill me. Why would I go
Okay, are
back
you
there?
going to vacate the home?
I basically am. I already did. The police took me, but he already had a warrant for his arrest from an incident in June when he busted my
Yes,
eardrum.
ma'am, I've already got all that information.
And
Like
then
I
he had a
said,
warrant 2 days ago
if
for.
there is another outstanding warrant, I'm sure he'll be served with the warrant in jail. Now, if there are no warrants based on this allegation you've just raised, please take the steps I've just addressed. Go to the district attorney's victim advocate's office or file a warrant application if you want to do so. You're
Okay,
free to go.
ma'am. Mhm.
Good luck. All right, next case.
Position 2, Mr. Byrd.
Jason Jamal Bird is accused of 2 counts of simple battery family violence and battery family violence from August 13th, 2025. Mr. Bird, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Any priors, Ms. Gordon?
5 arrest cycles beginning in 2013. Last arrest July of 2018 from Powder Springs. Driving while license suspended or revoked, 12 months probation. Nothing further, Your Honor.
And I'm sorry, how many cycles did you say he has?
5.
5. Thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation here is a $2,000 surety bond, $500 on each simple battery, $1,000 on the battery. No contact at all with Miss Alexis McMillan. A stay away from 1185 Collier Road, Northwest. Completion of a 5-day anger awareness course and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. This incident occurred from a domestic dispute on August 13th when officers arrived to the incident location. Miss McMillan informed them that there had been a altercation between her and her boyfriend who'd resided there for 5 years. He'd went out drinking and she was asleep when he returned home. He was knocking on the door. She didn't wake up in enough time and open the door for him. When she finally did open the door, he punched her in the mouth and grabbed her around her neck in an effort to choke her. Officers did observe a small cut on her bottom lip at the time of the incident. We were not able to make contact with Ms. McMillan today, and that's why the state's recommendation is no contact at all and to stay away from the incident location. But we will sound for Ms. McMillan in the event that she's joined us, and that'll be all for this.
All right, Ms. McMillan, I'm not sure I see anyone with that last name on the screen. Okay, and what's the stay away location?
1185 Collier Road, Northwest.
Thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bird is 29 years of age. He's lived in the Atlanta area for 18 years now. He has a high school education. He's currently employed at Taco Mac. He's worked there for the last few months, and he does care for his one minor child. We have no objections to a stay away from the incident location. However, we would request a police escort to pick up his property. He has lived at that location for over 2 years now. So his property is still at the location. We also have no objections to no contact with the alleged victim here. However, we are requesting a signature bond for Mr. Bird. He has a limited criminal history. His last arrest was in 2018, 7 years ago. I don't see any failure to appears for him. He's a resident of the community. He will reappear for court. So that's what we're requesting.
All right. And the child, is that the child he shares with Miss McMillan?
No.
Are you certain?
Yes, he's
Okay.
saying no as well.
Okay. So on the each count of simple battery is going to be 750, and battery family violence is going to be 2,500. That's going to be a $4,000, if I'm not mistaken, $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. No further contact with Miss McMillan to stay away from 1185 Collier Road in Northwest Atlanta. He's allowed a one-time visit to the location. The visit cannot exceed 1 hour, and it must be in the company of a police officer.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to confirm this defendant does have FTAs. I don't believe he's eligible for a signature bond.
That didn't come up in his GCIC. When was the FTA?
I have one in 2015 out of Cobb County.
Okay, that's not within the last 5 years, so that
Okay.
won't be precluding it.
And let me see that. And then there was another one in 2017. So it's out of the 5 years as well. Okay.
Okay. So it's a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. He reports to pretrial once a month. As I was saying, within 30 days of being released on the signature bond, he will update the his records to give us his new mailing address. He will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program within 30 days of being released, and he will attend and complete all 24 classes at his expense. He will also not consume any illegal drugs and alcoholic beverages, and he'll be subject to random screens by pretrial. And I've already indicated the one-time visit. His next court date will be sent to his new address. Thank you.
Judge, I'm sorry, one more time with the breakdown.
Sure, 750 on simple battery, each count, and 2,500 on battery family violence. Signature bond through pretrial level 1.
And for the stay away address, I don't believe I heard it, but it's apartment number 1404. Just so
right.
that's included.
Apartment 1404. He's required to stay 200 yards away from that location. Thank you.
Next, Judge, I have position number 9, Ms. Deja Hall.
Deja Elise Hall is accused of battery, family violence, cruelty in the 3rd degree, and simple battery family violence from April 15th of this year, case 25 CR 4768J. Ms. Hall, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. McLeod. Any priors, Ms. Court?
5 arrest cycles beginning in 2019. Last arrest, January of 2022 from Atlanta for battery family violence, case 22 CR 000288G. The case was null pros because the defendant met requirements for either a pretrial intervention, counseling, or a treatment program. There's also a 2021 misdemeanor conviction, Fulton County, criminal trespass, simple battery, disorderly conduct, 20 CR 004275E. Nothing further to add, Your Honor.
And what's the disposition with the 20 CR?
That was a conviction.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $2,500 surety bond, no further contact with Andre Elam, a stay away from his residence location to transfer of their children through third party or another location. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol on bond. We'd like to highlight this incident occurred on April 15th at the victim's address, which is 765 James Madison Drive. The pair were actually transferring their minor child. And Mr. Elam contacted police because during the exchange, as he was walking his son to the garage to meet the defendant, she entered the garage aggressively and as the door was closing and was very confrontational. She was yelling and throwing objects at the interior door leading to his residence. So Mr. Elam had to retreat back in the house with the child to prevent her from entering. And as he went to open the door after some time had passed to walk the child out, she charged at him and subsequently ended up biting him in his hand. And she bit him so hard that his hand was actually bleeding. So officers did take note of that and take pictures of that injury at the scene. We were not able to contact Mr. Elam today, but we do want to highlight that the defendant's prior 2022 simple battery family violence conviction that was null pros, I'm sorry, charge that was null pros was against Mr. Elam. He is the same victim. So, I mean, they do share a minor child together, but the defendant has a history of violence against the victim here. And the defendant's her prior criminal history, she has other charges that were null pros in an exchange for a plea, but she just has a history of violence and lashing out on people. So the state has valid concerns and severe concerns about her being able to control her anger. Again, $2,500 surety bond, no further contact with Mr. Elam, and stay away from his residence, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while on bond. And we'll sound for Mr. Elam.
Andre Elam, if you are on Zoom, this is your moment to start your video and unmute. All right, Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm asking for a signature bond for my client. She's 30 years old. She's currently a student, a full-time student, so she is not employed. She tells me that this was a situation where she was actually attacked first by the alleged victim's family member, his brother. She had gone to pick up the child that they shared. They're not in a relationship, Your Honor. So I just wanted to put that on the record, and they do not live together. She had gone to pick up her minor child, and she had just asked him about some of the things that the child was supposed to have, and his brother became violent with her, and then the alleged victim himself started he attacked her and started to strangle her, and she tells me that's the reason why she bit him in self-defense, because he was trying to choke her. So there's sometimes a whole lot more to a story than what one person says. Your Honor, my client was never to do with the police. So given her very limited record, I'm asking for a signature button for her. She's okay with no further contact with Mr. Elon, and a stay away, of course, because she does not live with him. And there's really no reason for her to go to his home. Nothing further, Your Honor.
On the battery family violence is 1,500. On the remaining two charges are 500 each. Her total bond is 2,500. It is a surety bond. No further contact with Andre Elam, and to stay away from 765 James Madison Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. I'll only allow for third-party transfer of the child. Of course, if the child has been legitimated, then if the child has been legitimated, then the third-party transfer will be in accordance with any parenting plan that's in place. No
The
illegal.
child is not.
That's not? Okay, then, well, Ms. Hall knows then what her rights are if the child has not been legitimated. But in the meantime, no illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. And her next court date is August 28th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm. Courtroom 2, who do we have?
Next is position 14, Mr. Rowland.
Robert Ray Rowland is accused of criminal trespass from August 14th of this year, accusation 25 CR 4774C. Mr. Rowland, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. McLean. Any priors, Ms. Gordon?
Your Honor, the defendant has 41 arrest cycles beginning in 1983, last arrest November of 2023 from Spalding County on a probation violation. The underlying charge was not listed. Record indicates 6 misdemeanor convictions for criminal trespass. Those 6 are outside the 10-year period. A 2022 misdemeanor conviction from Spalding County, battery family violence. A second 2022 misdemeanor conviction from Spalding County, simple assault family violence. Nothing further to add.
All right. And Ms. Harrison?
This will be my case, Judge.
Oh, Mrs. Scirocco, I don't know why
Yep.
my video keeps going off, but hopefully it
Oh.
will. Okay, go ahead.
So yes, Judge, so there's an older but robust history of theft as well. Theft convictions, felony theft. And with this being a criminal trespass onto government property with clear intent to take the items and property that was there, the state is seeking the same bond that his co-defendant was given by the magistrate, which is a $1,000 surety. We would ask as well for a stay away from 4330 Fulton Industrial Boulevard, Southwest Atlanta. No further contact with co-defendant Wayne Birchfield, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
And what's that location, 4330?
I just have it as government Fulton County government property, Your Honor. It's a Fulton County government building.
All right. It's not the South Annex, so I'm not sure what this is. All right. Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, my client is 65 years old, has a stable address with his mother on Brannon Road. I don't have that zip, but so he's local, 65, honorably discharged veteran. Thank you for your service. 1.5 years in art school, past high school, so he had college. He works in construction labor, but he's semi-retired now because he's 65. We would ask for the lowest possible bond in this situation, including a signature bond if that is possible, but a 1,000 if it's not. Thank you.
All right, bond is set at 1,500. It's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. He'll need to report to pretrial once a month. And you said that he has a good address in Spalding County?
Well, this is Brannon Road, but I didn't catch the zip code. Mr. Rowland, where is Brannon Road?
It's off of Grissom Road, 30316, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, yeah, 303 is always going to be Atlanta. Thank you.
All right. You're to report to pretrial once a month, and your next court date will be sent to your current address. Mr. McLean, please update us with the address by sending it to Ms. Casey Strong. You are to stay 200 yards away from this government building at 4330 Fulton Industrial Boulevard and have no contact with Wayne Birchfield. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. If you get arrested again, please remember to bring $1,500 with you back to jail. Thank you.
Next is position 5, Mr. Gilbert. Yes.
Brian Gilbert is accused of theft by shoplifting from August 11th of this year. Case number 25CR 4767Y. Mr. Gilbert, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And any priors, Ms. Gordon?
17 arrest cycles beginning in 2009 with multi-state interaction from the state of Tennessee. Last arrest March 6th of this year from Fulton County. Possession of methamphetamine. That charge was DWAP'd under 25 PI 001819, June 18th of this year. Appears to be an open case, Your Honor, in DeKalb County with an arrest date of November 17th of 2023, possession of drug-related objects and theft by shoplifting. There's a 2020 misdemeanor conviction, state of Tennessee, domestic assault, a 2021 misdemeanor conviction, also Tennessee, domestic assault. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $750 surety, a stay away from the incident location, which is 844 Cleveland Avenue. It's the Walmart there. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol. Would you like a brief recitation of the facts?
Sure.
On August 11th, the defendant was seen here at this location, attempting to take about 20 Bluetooth headphones. He was attempting to go into the bathroom to take those headphones, and he was cited at the store previously for events similar to this. So officers placed him under arrest.
Oh, that's
And
good. Thank you. Appreciate
thank
it. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Mr. Gilbert is 34 years of age. He's lived in the Atlanta area for 5 years now. He was able to give me a mailing address in the area. He receives mail at the location for the PAD program at 700 Lakewood Avenue. He has his GED. He's currently been working for labor finders for the last 4 years to support him and his two children. We are requesting a signature bond on his behalf, specifically because he is urgently trying to bond out. His mother just passed away within the last 2 weeks, and her funeral is coming up in Tennessee. So we're requesting a signature bond so he's able to bond out, handle his legal affairs, as well as attend his mother's funeral.
Bond is set at $1,000 surety bond. Reset date is August 28th to stay away from the Walmart store at 8444 Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. No illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. Thank you.
Next is position 11, Mr. Miller. Same thing. I say 11. Miles, okay.
Clifford Milam is accused of two counts of battery family violence and one count of simple battery family violence from August 14th, 2025. Case number is 25 CR 4776F. Mr. Milam, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be, is it going to be Mr. McLean? Okay. Any priors, Ms. Gordon?
The defendant has 10 arrest cycles beginning in 1983. Last arrest, October of 2024 from Fulton County on an FTA. Your Honor, there's an open case, battery family violence, open to Judge Richardson under 23 CR 004 779F. Nothing further.
Mr. Scirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. You may actually recognize the defendant. That case came before you, that FTA. He failed to appear before Judge Richardson for a jury trial on that battery family violence case, which is against the same victim. He's accused of throwing an object at her, causing her to bleed, hit her in the face. That was set for a DV bench warrant calendar where Your Honor issued an order denying his motion to set aside the bench warrant. You had ordered the defendant there to have no contact whatsoever with the victim, Miss Charlotte Milliam, which he is in violation of here when he pushed her at the residence, causing her to fall and hit her face on the railing to the staircase there. She sustained a bruise and several cuts from this most recent incident. The two are married and have been for 11 years. So we have not spoken with the victim yet. We would ask the court sound for Miss Milliam when appropriate. Obviously, there's a substantial risk of reoffense here. We're with the defendant not only making contact with her in violation of that bond order set by Your Honor just last October, but it's the second violent case against her. We're concerned for her safety and also with the risk of his failing to appear. The state's recommendation is an $8,000 total surety, $3,500 for each battery family violence, and $1,000 for the simple battery family violence. We recommend FIB, no further contact with Charlotte Milliam Stay away from the apartment complex. The incident location here, which is 50 Clay Street in Fairburn, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And again, if we could sound for Miss Milliam.
Is Milliam or Milam? If you're present, please unmute and start your video. All right, Mr. McLean.
Your Honor, he's 74 and retired. So if he were to take a 24-week class, there would have to be some social agency financing it for him. He used to work in the paper industry. He graduated Campbell High School in 1970. I don't think that exists anymore. The arrest record is what it is, but Your Honor, we're asking for the lowest possible bond in this situation. Thank you.
Count 1 is going to be 1,000. Count 2 is going to be 500, and count 3 is going to be 500. This is a $2,000 cash bond only. No contact with Charlotte Milliam or Milam. Stay away from 50 Clay Street in Fairburn, Georgia. No illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. And his next court date is August 28th. And we're going to address both cases, the current one and 23 CR 004779F. Thank you.
Next is position 13, Mr. Perry.
This is State versus Christopher Perry, accused of simple battery from 25 CR 4781D from July 31st of this year. Mr. Perry, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors, Ms. Gordon?
26 arrest cycles beginning in 2001. Last arrest July 30th of this year from Atlanta for simple battery. Case 24 CR 004429C. That resulted in 12 months, and that simple battery was amended to battery. It also appears to be an open case, Your Honor, with an arrest date of January 29th of 2024 by the Marta Police Department for the offense of battery. Misdemeanor conviction, 2019 simple battery, and from Fulton County, 19 CR 007990J. Misdemeanor conviction, Fulton County simple battery, 20 CR 005492Y.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $1,500 surety. We're asking for no contact with Nico Bushshaker or Sophia Muller. Stay away from all Marta property, especially in light of the defendant's open case at Marta. This incident occurred on July 30th, where officers were flagged down by the victim and Miss Sophia Muller, and informed that at 4110th Street, which is the Midtown Marta station, the defendant physically punched Mr. Bushshaker. They gave descriptions of the defendant to officers, and officers were able to locate the defendant down the street at 910 10th Street and place him under arrest. And we'd like to sound from Mr. Bushshaker, Mr. Nico Bushshaker, and Miss Sophia Miller. And that'll be all. Muller.
Ms. Muller and Mr. Bushshaker, if you are present, this is your time to unmute and start your video. Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, my client is 49 years old. He has a Meadow Lane place, a zip code of 30331 in Atlanta. So he's got a stable address. His mother and sister have phone numbers here. They live here. Past high school, he did about a couple years of college. He does landscaping these days. We asked for the lowest possible bond. The signature bond if possible, but if not, then a 1,000. Thank you.
Bond is 1,500. It is a surety bond. Next court date is August 28th. No contact with Nico Bushshaker, no contact with Sophia Muller, and to stay away from all Marta property, including the buses, the stations, and the trains, until further order of the court. Thank you.
Next is position 16, Mr. Kane.
I'm sorry, Judge. Ms. Harrison, can you put the victims' names in the chat for Perry, please?
Yes, thank you.
I apologize, Judge.
No problem. Alfred Ashur Takang is accused of simple battery and criminal trespass causing damage to property from August 14th of this year, case 25 CR 4779F. Mr. Takang, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors, Ms. Gordon?
Two arrest cycles beginning in 2012, last arrest May 17th of this year from Douglas County. Simple battery. That case appears to be open. Nothing further, Your Honor.
And I'm sorry, how many arrest cycles?
Two arrest cycles.
Two, thank you. Mr. Scirocco?
Thank you, Your Honor. So we have spoken with the victim. He expressed us, he does in fact own that property at the incident location. The defendant, of course, was his tenant. He confirmed the events in the warrant with the argument, the defendant striking him multiple times, and the destruction, the damage of the humidifier here. He states he's still feeling pain where the defendant punched him. That the humidifier, defendant damage costs $400 here, and he wants no contact with the defendant, wants him to stay away from the residence, and that is 1337 Lockwood Drive, Southwest Atlanta. Defendant would need a one-time law enforcement escort, he says, to retrieve his belongings. And I believe I saw the victim here, Mr. Herbie Pierre, on Zoom. So we would ask the court sound for him when appropriate. In this case, we would ask either for $1,000 total surety, $500 for each charge, or a higher signature bond in this case with that recent open case for simple battery from 3 months ago. No further contact with Herbie Pierre. Stay away from 1337 Lockwood Drive, Southwest Atlanta, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
Mr. Herbie Pierre, if you'd like to contribute, you need to unmute and start your video. All right, Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, my client is 30. He lives in Douglasville. The address I'm looking at is basically a big
I'm
stone.
sorry, I'm available.
All right, please hold. Sorry, Mr. McLean, please continue.
His address I'm looking at is basically a stone's throw from Fulton County line. It's near the mall over there in Douglasville. Your Honor, he has a high school education plus a certificate in personal training instruction. So his profession is physical fitness and sports training. He trains people. We are asking for the lowest possible bond in this situation, a signature bond if possible, Your Honor, and a $1,000.
Okay. Mr. Pierre, if you'd like to contribute, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to add that Mr. Scirocco, the prosecutor, did not provide?
Actually, yes. Few things. It was 2 assault. He came upstairs after smoking his marijuana, as he does every day downstairs, and in the yard, which I allowed. And at 4 o'clock, I called him. He came to the house. That's when he got irate. He came in my face. The first assault happened. I left my front door open and my kitchen door open. He shut them closed. And I opened the front door so I make sure that I have a way out. That's when he grabbed my shirt and he whipped it. That's the first assault. At 8 o'clock, I didn't call the police. At 8 o'clock.
Do you own the property?
Yes, I do, ma'am. Yes,
And are
I
you
do.
the property owner or a
I
tenant?
am.
Okay. And have you filed a dispossessory action?
I'm sorry, what's that mean?
Have you filed, well, you're the owner of the property and you're renting it, right?
Yes, I do rent room
Okay. Have you filed a eviction case?
Eviction case.
An eviction case?
I have not, because there was no There was no lease signed. He
Well,
got
in that
paid
case,
3 months in advance.
in that case, Mr. Pierre, I highly recommend you speak to an attorney who practices landlord-tenant law. All
May I
right, thank
continue?
you. No, we're done. Thank you. On the simple battery, that's going to be $1,000 surety bond. On the criminal trespass causing damage to property, that's going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. So this is going to be a $3,000 split bond. Mr. Takang, once you make the $1,000 bond, you'll be required to report to pretrial services twice a month. You are to have no further contact with Pierre, Herbie Pierre, and you're to stay 200 yards away from him and not communicate with him in any way, form, or manner. You're also to stay 200 yards away from 1337 Lockwood Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. If you have personal belongings at that location, you are allowed a one-time visit with a police officer to retrieve your belongings. Your visit cannot exceed 1 hour. Then within 30 days of being released, you are to update the court with your new mailing address with the clerk's office in writing. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons and no firearms. And with pretrial, you'll be subject to random screens for illegal drugs and alcohol. Please keep in mind that marijuana is still deemed to be illegal in Georgia. Thank you. Next court date is August 28th.
Position 17, Mr. Turner.
All right. Will this person, Jasmine, please unmute and start your video? And I'll be with Mr. Turner very shortly. This is not going to take long. This person, Jasmine.
Hello.
Hello. Lower the device to your face. Thank you. What's your name?
Jasmine Pierce.
And who is the defendant you're inquiring about?
Sharon Brown.
Sharon Brown. Okay, just 1 second.
Okay.
Mr. Bond, Your Honor.
Sharon Brown is
Mom.
not on my calendar.
She made
She
bond.
made bond this morning.
All right. Miss Jasmine, I'm sorry, Jasmine, was it Jasmine Brown?
Jasmine Pierce.
Yes, excuse me. Miss Pierce, Miss Brown was given a bond when her warrant was signed and she has posted bond. If you believe that she's still an imminent threat to you, please take the time to go down to the Family Violence Court and apply for a protective order.
But how long? Because she stayed like literally next door to me, and I have kids. So how
You
would
need to go today or you can go tomorrow morning. The Family Violence Division is open until 4:30, or you can go tomorrow morning. But at the present time, since she has been released, I have no control over what her whereabouts.
so it wasn't a stay away order or anything. It was just a
She
bond.
left without us knowing. She already she was able to pay for her bond.
Okay, so it's no stay. That's why I'm asking. So it's no like stay away condition or anything.
I don't see one on the warrant, and I don't know if there was one on the warrant. So you need to go to Family Violence Court and obtain a protective order.
Okay. And do you happen to have the address for that? I'm sorry.
Is at 160 Prior Street on the 8th floor.
160 Prior Street on the 8th floor. Okay, thank you.
And
All
Your
right,
Honor,
that's
they're
a-
not open on Saturday, so will have to come Monday today.
Oh, I forgot today's Friday. Yeah, so she'll have to go on Monday. Sorry about that.
So in the meantime, over the weekend, what is there to be done?
I
For
highly
the safety.
recommend if you're concerned, please do not be at the premises if you think she's going to come back.
Well, she's already back and I don't have elsewhere to go with my kids, so.
Then make sure that you have the police on alert or let them know that of your concerns, because at the present time, that's all I can do for you.
Gotcha, okay. Thank you.
Best of luck. Courtroom 2, was that Mr. Turner?
Yes, Your Honor.
Willie Andrew Turner is accused of the following 6 offenses: battery, 3 counts of cruelty in the 3rd degree, and 2 counts of simple battery under accusation 25 CR 4771G. Mr. Turner, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Ms. Gordon, please.
3 arrest cycles beginning in 2012, last arrest December of 2018 from Fulton County on a parole violation. Nothing further to add, Your Honor.
Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation here is a $4,000 surety, no contact at all with the victim, who is Miss Kiara Price, a stay away from the incident location, which is 3215 Cushman Circle, apartment F9, and completion of a 5-day anger awareness course. And we'd just like to note that this incident occurred at the incident location. Officers arrived on the scene and they met with Miss Price, who stated that the victim struck her several times and pulled her hair. And all of this occurred in front of her 3 minor children. And she confirmed his identity to officers through a photo. And that'll be all for the state. We'll sound for Miss Price at this time.
Kiara Price, if you're on Zoom, this would be your time to unmute and start your video. All right, Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, Mr. Turner's 30. I've got 2 separate emergency contacts for him with his family, mom, sis. He Georgia driver's license. He's a local person. He does groundskeeping, and he has also done warehouse work, and currently he's applying for an unarmed security job. We would ask the court for the lowest possible bond in this situation, including a security bond if that is possible, but I said that wrong. A signature bond if that is possible, but a security bond in the amount of a surety bond in the amount of $1,000 if the signature is not available. Thank you.
On count 1, the battery charge is going to be $1,000 surety bond, and the remaining charges are going to be $500 each. That would be a total of $2,500, and that would be a signature bond through pretrial services level 2. No further contact with Kiara Price. Stay 200 yards away from 3215 Cushman Circle, apartment F9, which will include the entire apartment complex. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. And while he reports to pretrial twice a month, he will complete 5 anger awareness classes with pretrial services. Next court date is August 28th. This is a total of a $3,500 split bond.
And the apartment name is Chastain Pines.
Chastain Pines? Okay, stay away from the entire Chastain Pines apartment complex. Thank you.
Next is position 3, Mr. Dixon.
Okay. Robert Lee Dixon is accused of disorderly conduct from August 13th of this year, case 25 CR 4769F. Mr. Dixon, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Oh, sorry, Ms. Tucker, is that your client? Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Tucker is your attorney, and Ms. Gordon, any priors?
58 arrest cycles beginning in 1988, last arrest January of 2024 from Roswell, Georgia for the offense of affray. That was null prost under 24 CR 000121Y. There's a 2016 misdemeanor conviction DeKalb County stalking, 2018 misdemeanor conviction Fulton County disorderly conduct, 18 MAGC 00910, 5 prior misdemeanor convictions for the offense of disorderly conduct. All 5 are outside the 10-year period. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $600 surety bond, as preset by the magistrate court, a stay away from Cake World, which is located at 12890 Highway 9. Social worker visit to address residential needs and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. While on bond, the defendant was observed outside the residence location yelling and cussing, and he had an open container. He would not stop when officers and the business owner of Cake World asked him to stop his behavior, and he was placed under arrest.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Mr. Dixon is 54 years of age. He was able to give me a residential address where he has resided for over a year at 9999 Old Dogwood Road, apartment 211 in Roswell, Georgia. He's lived in the Atlanta area for over 50 years now. He's completed his high school education. However, he is not currently employed. He is fully disabled due to being hit by a vehicle. We have no objections to stay away from the Cake World location. We are asking for a signature bond on behalf of Mr. Dixon. He does not have any recent failure to appears. And like I said, he's been in this community for over 50 years.
Bond is set at 500. It is a surety bond. Next court date is August 28th. Stay away from the Cake Wall at 12890 Highway 9 in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you. Next case, please.
Position 7, Mr. Gray.
We have one add-on, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ellis Gray is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property, case 25 CR 4783H from June 11th of this year. You've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. McLean. Any prize?
Your Honor, the GCIC indicates the defendant has no criminal record on file, nothing further.
First arrest, Mrs. Scirocco, what's the recommendation?
Yes, Judge. So we have spoken with the victim here. She confirmed that she and the defendant are legally married, though they don't live together. And they share 2 children. She explained the incident location that is her residence. Defendant does not live there. She confirmed the events in the warrant with the breaking of her 2 televisions and the anger outburst, and stated the defendant, she wanted to add that the defendant didn't show up unannounced. That was the correction there. She stated the defendant has replaced one of the TVs and plans to replace the other, and that nothing like this has happened before. She explained that they have been in contact since the incident and there hasn't been any violence. And she herself does not wish to proceed with the charges. The state will be. She expressed that she is not in fear of the defendant and wants to continue contact. We would ask the court sound for her when appropriate. State's recommendation here is a signature bond through pretrial. No further violent contact with the victim, Miss Davida Lucas. Stay away from the apartment complex. We are asking for a stay away from 3751 MLK Jr. Drive, Southwest Atlanta, on account of the children being there and the home at the time of the defendant's outburst here. 2-day anger awareness and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And yes, if we could sound for Miss Lucas.
Davida Lucas, if you want to address the court, please unmute and start your video. All right. Ms. Lucas, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do you agree with the prosecutor's assessment of the case?
Yes, but I wouldn't want no contact and for him to stay away.
You don't want any contact with him?
I do want contact and I
Okay.
don't want him to not be able to come here.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bond is set at $1,000. It's a signature bond through the jail. No violent contact with Davida Lucas. He may visit 3751 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive with the consent of Miss Davida Lucas. If Miss Lucas tells him to leave, he is to leave immediately. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. And if he gets arrested again, this signature bond will be revoked. Thank you.
Next is position 12, Mr. Patterson.
Lazarius Creshawn Patterson is accused of criminal trespass from August 14th of this year, case 25 CR 4778E. Mr. Patterson, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. McLean. Any priors, Ms. Gordon?
Yes, Your Honor. 10 arrest cycles beginning in 2019, multi-state interaction from the states of Texas and Florida. Last arrest May of this year from Fulton County on a failure to appear. There's probation out of Fulton County for simple battery. 12 months probation, May 22nd of this year on case 23 CR 004-720E as in Echo. Misdemeanor convictions in 2021 for theft by shoplifting Marietta, 2021 theft by shoplifting Dunwoody,
Oh, that's-
2021
that-
Will.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Gordon. Sorry about that, but thank
It's
you.
okay. Oh, Your Honor, I'm sorry. There is a 2022 criminal trespass conviction out of DeKalb County.
Got it. Thank you.
Your Honor, on that simple battery that he failed to appear on, the 23 CR case that pretrial just put on the record. So he was subsequently convicted. That was for hitting a GSU landscaper in the face with an object, and he was ordered as part of his probation to stay away from 24 Peachtree Center Avenue, Atlanta, which is part of the same block of connected buildings that the Student Center building here, where he was found trespassing, is connected to. So he's found right there back at what is nearly, but I suppose not technically, the incident location that he was told to stay away from. Let's see. Yeah, with the FTA, his history and that risk, the obvious risk of him returning to GSU property, despite the 2-year criminal trespass ban, the state's recommendation here is a $1,500 surety, BHET, stay away from all GSU property, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond, and that is going to be it for the state.
Mr. McLean?
Thank you, Your Honor. He's 37, has a Peachtree Street mailing address. He has matriculated in the past, he tells me, at Georgia State, and tells me he was confused about what place to stay away from. Your Honor, the customer service representative work and he's done in the past is in the retail area. He's also worked in warehouses doing packing and shipping. So he is a local person and has been here ever since he was a child. We're asking for the lowest possible bond. We do plan to have the social worker talk with him about any housing issues. Thank you.
Bond set at 1,200 is a surety bond. Stay away from all GSU property, which is practically going to be all of downtown Atlanta. And no illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. Next court date is August 28th, and he'll need a social worker visit for housing reasons. Thank you.
Next is add-on 1, Mr. Brown.
Lionel Brown's case number is 25 CR 004-802E. Mr. Lionel Brown is accused of 1 count of willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, giving false information to the law enforcement officer, and loitering or prowling. Incident date appears to be August 12, 2025. Mr. Brown, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. McLean. Any priors?
21 arrest cycles beginning in 2005. Last arrest, July of 2023 from Coweta County, fleeing and attempting to elude driving while license suspended. Both charges were dead docketed July 8th of this year. Your Honor, there is a case in judicial hold, 20 SC 176225. The defendant has a AKA, and this judicial hold case is under his AKA name of Eddie Lee Mosley. Possession of cocaine, possession of marijuana, less than an ounce, possession of use of drug-related objects, and criminal trespass. Misdemeanor convictions of 2019, simple battery out of Fulton County, again under the name of Eddie Lee Mosley. a second 2019 simple battery for Fulton County under Eddie Lee Mosley, a 2019 theft by shoplifting, 2018 theft by shoplifting, and
Oh,
lastly,
that's plenty. Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Thank you. I'm sorry, Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $2,000 surety bond. That is 500 on the given false name, 1,000 on the obstruction, and 500 on the loitering. This incident occurred on August 12th. Officers saw the defendant and another person hanging out near a bus stop and proceeded to cite them for loitering, and the defendant attempted to flee, which led to a foot chase with officers and them ultimately having to tase him to subdue him. And that'll be all for the state.
Right. Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, looking at I don't have the
Oh.
email.
I'm sorry, is it Ms. Tucker or Mr. McLean?
You spoke with Mr. Brown?
I did not. I was just going to say, I saw the Sharon Brown name, but I think
Oh, no, I did speak with Mr. Brown. I'll be representing him on this.
All right, I beg your
Very-
pardon. So
very
Mr.
good.
Lionel Brown, also known as Eddie Mosley, is represented by Ms. Tucker. All right, proceed, Ms. Tucker.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Brown is 39 years of age. He was able to provide me with the residential address at 6610 Shannon Parkway, a hotel he's been staying at for the last 4 or 5 months. He is able to receive mail there, according to him. He's lived in the Atlanta area for 4 years now. He is currently not employed. So we are requesting a signature bond on his behalf, or if that's not appropriate, the lowest bond amount that the court will allow for in this matter.
Bond on each count is going to be 500. This is a 1,500 surety bond. And to stay away from the incident location, next court date is August 28th. In the event that Mr. Brown or Mr. Mosley makes bond, please note that he still has a felony matter in which is placed on hold right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is position 4, waiver.
Detavia Ferguson is accused of simple battery at a public transit vehicle or station, 25 CR 47668. Incident date is August 9th of this year. And this is a waiver of presence by counsel. Ms. Tucker, would that be it?
Yes, Your Honor, I've submitted the waiver.
And Ms. Gordon, any priors, please?
yes, Your Honor. 27 arrest cycles beginning in 2006, multi-state interaction from the state of Florida. Last arrest, July of 2024, Fulton County FTA. There's a 2024 misdemeanor conviction from the state of Florida for the offense of battery. 2019 misdemeanor conviction for Syke County, simple assault, family violence, and a 2024 misdemeanor conviction, Fulton County, battery, family violence, cruelty in the third. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation, in line with the preset magistrate bond, is a $600 surety. No contact at all with Mr. Junkins. His name is David Junkins, who's the victim here. A stay away from the Lennox MARTA station and comply with all active MARTA suspensions. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol, and we were going to ask for a social worker visit. Essentially, this incident occurred on August 9th at the MARTA station. Police were responded in reference to an assault call when they made contact with the victim, who stated that he was attempting to exit the train and was approached by the defendant, who was yelling at him, and he asked him to stay away, and the defendant was yelling that he was going to kick his A, and then subsequently struck him. So we did speak to Mr. Junkins, and he stated that he doesn't know the defendant. The defendant was harassing him a day prior to this. He confirmed the events in the warrant. He stated that he had a knot on his ear. He uses MARTA every day as his main source of transportation, his only source of transportation. He's now afraid to get on the MARTA. He wishes to have no contact with the victim, the defendant, and wants him to stay away from the MARTA. And we'll sound for Mr. Junkins at this time.
David Junkins, if you'd like to address the court, please unmute and start your video. I think I'm down to mostly court staff now. Okay. And Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Mr. Ferguson is 35 years of age. He is an Atlanta native. He was able to provide me with the residential address. He's currently a full-time student completing his master's in administration through AIU, who also has a program with Harvard. He sorry, and he helps support his 4 children. We are requesting the lowest bond amount that the court will allow in this matter.
Bond is set at 1,000. It is a surety bond to stay away from all martyr property until further order of the court. No illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. Next court date is August 28th. I have position number 1, Wayne Birchfield. What's going on there?
The bond was paid, Your Honor.
Okay, so he's released. Okay, so position 1 is released. Position 2 is a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Position 3, Dixon, is a 500 surety bond, reset August 28th. 4, Ferguson, is a $1,000 surety, August 28th. Gilbert, position 5, is a $1,000 surety, reset August 28th. 6, Graham, is a $1,000 surety, reset August 28th. 7, Gray, is a $1,000 signature bond through the jail. 8, Marquise Gray, is a $1,250 surety bond, reset date August 28th. Position 9, Hall, is a 2,500 surety, reset August 28th. 10, Larry, is a 1,500 surety bond, reset August 28th. 11, Milam is a $2,000 cash bond, reset August 28th. 12, Patterson, is a 1,200 surety, reset August 28th. 13, Perry, is a 1,500 surety, reset August 28th. Rowland is a 1,500 signature bond to pretrial level 1. 15, Stewart, is a 2,000 signature bond through the jail. 16, Takong, is a $3,000 split bond, reset August 28th. 17, Turner, is a 3,500 split bond, reset August 28th. 18, Willis, is a 5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. And further notice, 19, Wright, is a $4,000 split bond, reset August 28th. And the add-on, Lionel Brown or Mosley, is a $1,500 surety, reset August 28th. Yes, Ms. Strong?
Can I get the stay away for Mr. Brown add-on? I don't see it on the bundle.
It was a bus stop.
Yeah, we didn't do a stay away. I didn't ask for one.
She did say stay away.
Oh,
I said stay
For
away
Mr.
from the bus
Brown?
accident location. That's all I did.
It
But
was the Lennox MARTA station.
Okay.
I can try to pull the address.
No,
from
I don't. I can put that. So Marta, period. I just wanted to see what I need to put on the bond order because I knew it.
this is Lionel Brown, the add-on, right?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
oh yeah, that was an all MARTA.
All mark. Judge.
No. He's not a MARTA case. That's the bus stop.
So what am I putting on the bond order?
Remove the stay away.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. All right, folks, I apologize for the delay, but at least you're out of here before 4. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Ms. Gordon, thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. McLean, everyone, have a great weekend.
You too.
And Ms. Strong, you and I get to stay together to do this for the rest of the evening.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not too late for y'all.
Mhm.